Hello and welcome to another video from Sustenance and Covering, the only channel you need to not only survive the current apocalypse but actually enjoy it. And today we're just going to do a little update on my cuttings that I've been taking. One of my subscribers asked the other day to do a video where I show how the roots develop on these cuttings. And I checked, and sure enough, some of them did develop. The interesting thing is, if you look at this, the plant on the right looks like it's healthier because it has a whole lot of leaf development, and the one on the left doesn't. But when you come down here, you can see that the one without any leaves is actually developing roots. And I didn't do any experiments to see what's causing that. You know, I've got some in the shade and some that are just in real. The reason these leaves are so yellow is because they're not getting very much light. But it may be that the amount of light that you give them is what causes different parts to develop. And I guess I should try to figure that out eventually. But if you notice, I've got them both in potting soil, and the one on the right actually is a little bit wetter than the one on the left, or vice versa. And you just want to make sure that everything stays moist. You really don't want this thing sitting in water. So they're probably both a little bit too wet, but I just got finished watering them, and you know, within a day or two they'll be where they're supposed to be and it won't hurt them. You don't ever want to take cuttings in the cold because it's the warmth that makes them grow, but you don't ever want to move cuttings in the heat. So you take cuttings off of trees and get them started when it's nice and hot, and then by the time fall comes and the roots develop enough to where they'll hold themselves together, you can move these into a regular pot. And what I mean by that, they'll hold themselves together, just like when you go to the store and buy a plant, you know, you can just grab it by the trunk and slowly lift it out, and the dirt will come out shaped just like the cup that it was in. And that's what you want to happen with these before you move them. Now, on a young plant, you don't want to put them in the ground in the fall, because when the winter comes, it'll kill them. The young plants can't take the cold like older plants. So what you do is you can move them from pot to pot anytime it's cool, but you can only move them into the ground after the last hard freeze. So you want to make sure that you're not going to be putting them in danger. If you didn't see my video about cuttings, then you really need to go back and look at that. Don't just go take cuttings based on what you're seeing in this video. The complete video was maybe a couple of weeks back. So what we'll need to do is attach this video to that one. Oh well, if you don't want to survive, don't listen to me.